for here I want to do a bit of a transition where it's going to be 2 notes. We're going to try here. Some 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think, do I still have that? I will have to undo. I removed a note somewhere. If I can find it. Oh yeah, the B2 here. B2. Okay, so that's, just come here and this one. Let's see how it sounds like. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Struggling with the MIDI. That's why I hate MIDI. Yeah, it's almost there. I like this shift, but I don't like how it goes from here to there, so might have, yeah, what I could do is, I hear something in my mind, and hopefully I'll be able to do it. Which is, let's give it a shot. This last note here, I want it to be lower. I wish I was a musician sometimes. That's not working. I don't think this is gonna work either. This. I like to say that some sounds are there to be like the period at the end of a sentence, of a phrase. In this case, by mistake, well, it's not a mistake because I did my my copy and paste based on how it's the distance here, and it just fell here. And it falls like a right place where I could be when this is playing, this stops. But then if I do this, I think I should be doing the same thing for the melody here, which would be in relation to this. Not sure. There's something to wonder about here. I maybe overthink as well, but I like to have some kind of consistency in how the sounds are coming in and out and how they're interacting together. At this point, you know, like it gets tricky to say what goes where. So a good alternative is to start right at the beginning, listen to the whole thing, and I would just close the arrangement view so I don't see the sound coming, and listen to what's there. And sometimes it just reveals a lot of things that work or don't work. There's one sound here I forgot about. That's some kind of percussive thing. I'm not sure if it... Sometimes I like to layer a sample like this, and it adds an extra texture to the existing snare and hi-hats. You know, in percussion, there's this term called ghost notes, which are notes that are really low in the mix, and they fill out space and they give like a sense of movement as well. And to do that, you have to take clips that are pretty full, and then you can automate the volume to have constant changes. You can do that with an LFO, but you can draw as well an envelope in the clips modulation. There's multiple ways to do this, and I think at some point soon I will have to do that. The pad is going well. I like what's going on here. And I'm just going to repeat this. It's kind of repeating this. Okay, cool. And the pad is working well here. This part of progression could be also in... Oh, we're in the break right now. Okay, cool. Forgot. Take a pause of the pad. Pad will come in the last segment around here. And I'm going to take a break of these percussion. You kind of want to get out of the break with something new, something a surprise, something you didn't see coming. I will have to look into the different sounds we have. Oh yeah, there's this one. Completely forgot about it. Like this little thing here. It's nice. Okay, I think we now officially have enough sounds to finish the song. I don't need to add anything else from here. Just gonna mute this. It's the hardest part. It's really the hardest part, is to decide whatever is in your song and when to stop adding. It's definitely, I mean, in my case, it is hard. I find that difficult. I get bored of stuff really easily, and sometimes I don't realize that I actually have a really good idea, and I kind of waste it by just adding, and it's just not working at all. I think now it's just about playing with sounds, call and answer, and keeping a groove that keeps you engaged. So speaking of which, now would be a good time to dive into swing. And right now I add the groove here. I'm going to open the groove pool. Timing is at 80%. That's okay. Yeah, okay. I can see. This is at 28. And I'm gonna grab all this stuff and just put it in the same groove to see how it goes. The swing is pretty cool. Works. Okay, back to work. You don't know this, but I took a break. And usually when I take a break, I recommend people to work for a little moment, 20 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. And if you work more than an hour, that's usually good to just stop, do something else, and you come back. Otherwise, you just don't know anymore if your track is good enough for you or pleasing you. And now I'm going to listen to it and see what I can do more. But I think next will be transition, effects, a little bit of sound design, and tweaking the percussion. The percussion right now are extremely simplistic, and there's ways we can enhance that. So we'll look into that. On the groove, I want this to be groovy. I want to find, like, what I really am into is finding what is the timeless moment of this track, and kind of really play with that and build tension around it. So what I mean by timeless moment is there's this loop in it that you can listen forever and you never get bored. And we will have to see what we can do here with this. I'm gonna use headphones. There was way too much reverb. Okay, I might not talk much because I want to get in the zone. And You see me working anyway, so I was going to say if you have any questions, ask, but you can't, right? Let's see if we can. I'm really a sucker for good claps. This clap is great. It's a good start, but I want it to be changing every now and then, so we can go a bit deeper with the clap design. Okay, just one clap. We're gonna search for claps here. Load a bunch of them. This one is cool. Okay, this one's off. You get sometimes samples that are not trimmed, and even my dog is not really happy with this clap. I'm trimming the clap, don't worry. Okay, this one I'm gonna drop it pretty low in the mix. This one too. Well, not pretty low, but what I'm gonna do is those are gonna be layers. And I'm gonna come here and then gonna duplicate this a few times and just want to hear the claps. So the analog source is going to be a bit louder. A little bit louder. Down a bit more. The fun part is the controls. I like to have control over the LFO. So for instance, I'm going to put random, and that's going to be on the volume. Sync it to 1/4. Bit of pitch as well. It's going to be changing pitch. Oh, I was waiting for the clap to come. It never came. Okay. Do the same thing here. There's a way to copy that to all of them, but I don't want this to be changed, so I'm gonna, I can be creative a little bit. Just gonna be a bit of volume and panning as well. This one's gonna be random, panning, bit of the volume, sync to 316. Yeah, why not? Okay, this one is going to be triangle. That's weird. 1/4. Panning as well. You can see now, like, percussion are moving. Makes fun effects. That's pretty dope. I like it.